with another interview. I don't know why they keep talking in an open investigation, but I don't think it's doing them any good. I'm Jay Lava. I scoured the internet so that you don't have to. And we're going to go ahead and go through this together. Let's sit on down and see what's up with these clowns. Let's get him started.
Jax and Warren here. Now that I got you guys all here, what I want to do, and I want the audience to be able to have an opportunity to hear some of the things that have been put out there cleared up. You guys know better than anybody else what happened. I only had, from the perspective of Warren last time, and now that you guys are here, I want to get the full perspective so that people can know what happened and they can judge for themselves. And the first thing I want to start with is your relationship with Nolan. What was y'all's relationship like? I'm sure, jump in however you feel, but there's been talks on social media that you guys are fake friends of Nolan. You weren't really his friend. Can you explain that to me and the audience?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what anyone says about my relationship with someone else. I know my relationship with Nolan. Nolan knew his relationship with me. I know who my best friend is, and he knew that too. I mean, he knew our relationship. But so basically, like, no one can tell me how I feel about someone or how someone felt about me, especially someone who's gone now. I mean, Nolan knew the relationship we had, but describing Nolan, like, that man was the funniest dude ever.
Always had a smile on his face.
Always.
I mean,
dude,
if you needed to laugh, I think Nolan would be the only person, one of the only people I would call.
Man, I ain't ever seen him like mad, dude.
He was the peacemaker.
He was.
Our friend group. I mean, anytime anybody had beef over somebody, over a girl or whatever, he would go over there and start talking to me. He's like, man, I think this guy's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, this guy's
I don't think
cool.
we should. I think we should become friends with this guy. Yeah. And lo and behold, we would somehow become friends with the dude, even though he's getting with one of our other buddies' exes or whatever. But yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, Nolan's great. Like, I'm serious, like, most genuine guy ever. Yeah, I mean, like I said, lights up a room when he walks in it. But like, no, I'm not joking.
Jokes.
It's like an understatement.
No jokes.
I mean, he's great, dude. Like,
Lights up a room when he walks in it, and he's so great, but y'all couldn't make sure that he got to the crib. Okay.
most genuine guy I've ever met in my life. And like, I know when people like, I know I've seen like when people pass a lot, everybody says good things, obviously. And, this isn't just me like being respectful to know him. Like, dude, that was like one of the best guys I've ever met. Man.
I've only ever seen him mad once, literally once. That's it, one time, and it was over something stupid. Yeah. But
you can't sit up here and y'all can't sit up here and laugh and y'all didn't cry about it. I'm not trying to hear the joyous memories and all of that, and I ain't seen one tear from y'all in a month.
But that was the only time I've ever seen him mad, and that he was always smiling or trying to figure out what we're doing that night or whatever. And then again, like, our relationship really started around, would you say, like, freshman year, high school? Like,
well, I was like a little closer with him before y'all because, like, obviously, like I told Brandon last time, like 8th grade COVID year is when Nolan and I like really started hanging out, and then we all started hanging out going into high school. But man, that dude's funny. Life of the party. Like, had so much fun. Like, we had so much fun together. Like, even going up to like Starkville where Morgan goes to school, and like just every
freshman Destin.
It was fun. Yeah, dude, it's fun. He's
awesome.
Great.
And so there was a conversation that we had, Warren, last time about you not going or ever being at his house, and people took that as if you weren't his friend. Can you guys describe what engagement did you have with Nolan at his house, with his parents, him with your parents? Like, how did all that circulate?
Well, like Jack said, like, he used to pick up Nolan every day. I used to pick up Nolan every day. My buddy Wyatt used to pick up Nolan. Like, literally would pick. We didn't make Nolan drive anywhere.
That's how much we loved him, bro. Like, we just always wanted to be
like
there.
That's how much, like, everybody knows this too. Like, Nolan didn't drive. Like, especially at least in our friend group, because Nolan, we always pick Nolan up, regardless of where it was. Like, literally on July 3rd, Nolan rode with me and like rode with me to Wyatt's because we had to get parts for a boat. But anyway, just for, it's crazy that, like, I think it's kind of sad that, like, people, I have some friends of mine that I'm very, very close with, and I just don't know their parents. We're grown men. You don't have to know someone's parents to be close with them. And for someone's, like, for, them to come out and be like, oh, well, y'all aren't friends with somebody. Well, how are you going to tell me, like, my relationship with somebody else? It's crazy. Like, they've said this all about us, like, oh, we're fake friends. Well, that's really horrible to say, because if you go look on every social media post on Nolan's Instagram or Facebook or anything else, The only people in it are us and his football guys. Like that's just so real. Every time Nolan's in Starkville, he's with us. Every time Nolan's anywhere, not even just Starkville, but anywhere.
Oh yeah, we went on countless vacations and
Prom, homecoming, everything. Nolan's with us because we were his friends. It's not that hard to understand. I mean, I don't have to prove this to anybody, but that's the truth. I don't have to prove my friendship. And these guys feel the same way. We don't have to prove our friendship with Nolan.
I
agree. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so was Nolan around your family then?
Oh yeah, Nolan was always around our houses. I mean, I can even say this. Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
We would go over to Wyatt's house, and Nolan, we would all be in the backyard, whatever, doing something, and Nolan would be inside on the couch with Wyatt's dad, and they would just be cutting it up all night.
Yeah, watching movies together. Like
Scarface is their favorite movie.
Yeah.
They'd watch Scarface
all the time.
But that really shows you like the effect like all this has had on everybody, not including just our friend group, but like our friends' parents and my parents. Like our friends were really and families were really close with Nolan, and I mean this has been a horrible tragedy, not just for us, but for our families and friends too. My mom knew Nolan because she used to drive us from Waffle House to school once a week.
What?
My stepdad knew Nolan because he used to drive us. My dad, everybody, like,
And he would always come to the house too all the time.
And not just that, but like I'm talking about like from a young age, like from 8th grade. But Nolan would always be at our house to stay at our houses. And for his parents to come out and say, "Oh, well, we don't know these boys." Well, then does that mean you don't know where your kid's staying at night? Because he was staying at our houses.
What?
So.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this
Hold
incredible
on.
interview.
So
Make sure
he
you hit the
just
like and subscribe button.
he
Also
gonna
join our
talk
membership
about,
program. Let's get back to the
girl.
interview. Let's take.
So he gonna talk about your friend's mom like that, fam? That's wild.
Me to that day on the 4th. Based on what I know from the interview we had and some of the things that Nolan had spent the night and then at your house, and then you guys got up, you went out. Was this the first time you guys went to Horn Island, or you guys used to do this every year? Or?
So we've probably been to Horn Island this year alone 3 times with Nolan, and then the previous year we went to Horn Island. Nolan was with us out there then, and every time we go out to Horn Island, usually Nolan's with us. And every single year for the 4th of July when we go out there, Nolan's with us. I mean, this is a tradition. I mean, everybody waits all year for Horn Island 4th of July. Like, that is the place to be. That is a party all day, and it is literally right up all of our alleys. Like, that's what we want to do all day. Like, that's the funnest day of the year. And yeah.
I mean, Nolan was with us 2 weeks prior to the 4th of July at Horn Island with no one out there. If we had any intention to hurt Nolan at the island, why would we do it on the 4th of July with thousands of people out there? I mean, it's pretty clear. We literally all went out there for my buddy's birthday, and Nolan was with a whole group of people like we were with on the 4th. So, I mean, that's.
Yeah, and it was on like a Wednesday.
It's not like
Nobody
this
was out
it's
there,
not like this is just like a random like occasion. No,
We've got
we do this all the time.
yeah.
And not even just Horn Island, but Nolan's on the boat with us all the time. We all
You
go on the
see
boat.
it, Debbie.
We all do things together like this. So
I want to get to some pointed questions about the phone situation, because I think last time, Warren, when you and I talked or spoke, you weren't at the house when the phone was recovered. So I want to figure this out. Explain to me, because a lot of people are still online saying that they find it to be incredibly suspicious that Nolan left his phone. Can you explain, did Nolan ask you for his phone back when you guys were leaving? Was it not a part of the conversation? Was Nolan the only person that left his phone on the boat? Can you guys walk me through that idea?
So I can go ahead first and say, nobody has their phone in the water. When you jump in a pool, do you have your phone? Like, no, you don't. You're not gonna bring your electronic in the water. So what everybody does is they stick their phones on the dash of the boat and they forget about it because you don't have good service. You can't even send a picture through from Horn Island to like.
But Warren was able to take a picture though. Y'all seen the picture that Warren took on the boat? Okay, all right, okay.
Somebody else. And so they put it on the phone, and even as teenagers, we don't really get on them. We go out there and we conversate, and we see a bunch of people that we usually don't see on a day-to-day basis, that we graduated high school with, guys that graduated before us. You know, it's a big meeting, like seeing all your friends that you haven't seen in a while. And so whenever we were coming back in, he didn't even think about
What's up,
grabbing his phone.
mama?
He never asked about his phone, along
Shay
with
in the
5
house.
other people that also left their phones on the boat, and we had to wait at the boat launch for them to come and pick them up, including Javon. I mean, Javon left his phone on our boat.
Yeah, Javon is one of the guys in the friend group,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Javon's a friend of mine, friend of ours. Like not as tight as Nolan. Javon's in the class under me in school, and he's a friend of mine. But just like a lot of our other friends, Javon's our friend. He left the phone on the boat because we're trustworthy people. We're not going to steal something. We're not going to delete pictures off of someone's phone. We're not going to delete text messages. We're not going to get on anyone's phone, so we have no reason to. But Javon left his phone, and we gave Javon his phone back along with everybody else who left their phone on the boat. So
Did Warren get skinnier from the last interview? That boy looked like he's stressed out. He looked like skin and bones.
Yeah, we'll get to that because I think I have the timeline in my mind. So you guys the boat is taking in water. You had already left, Morgan, right? You had already left on the boat. So there's 3 boats. You had already left about 5 minutes before this situation happened. The last 2 boats was Bart's boat and Wyatt's boat, and those are the 2 boats that left out because Bart was kind of towing Wyatt's boat out. So you guys are on the boat. What was the conversation with Nolan? Because Nolan obviously had come in on Wyatt's boat. You guys are all getting ready to leave. So what was the communication like with Nolan?
So actually, Wyatt was saying, told Nolan, because Nolan's with this girl at this point. They're together. Wyatt looked at Nolan. He was like, dude, come on, boat's taking on water. We got to go, like right now. And Nolan didn't want to go. He said he wanted to stay with the girl. And Wyatt started yelling at him. He's like, Nolan, get on the boat now. And Nolan's like, no. And then finally, Wyatt's like, Nolan, get on the effing boat right now. We are leaving right now. And Nolan said he had another ride back, and we had no more time to waste. We got to get the boat out of there before it goes under.
And it was that. And when Nolan said that, like, was there an issue that you believe that Nolan would be able to get back, or were you concerned? Like,
so what I can say is, I've been out countless times on one boat to Horn Island and came back on another. I've done it before where I went out on one boat and my friends left, and I just know so many people out there. I didn't even think about, do I have a ride already set up? I just know so many people out there that I'm like, okay, there's 100% sure I can find a ride back, and which I have before, you know? And it's one of those things where it's at Horn Island, you don't even have to know somebody to ask for a ride back in. They're gonna bring you in. You know, it's not like, oh, are they gonna bring me in or are they not, should I ask? No, if you ask anybody out there, 100%, they'll bring you back
Southern
in.
hospitality.
Yeah,
in South Mississippi.
I mean, we had somebody.
The boating community is so like tight knit. Like it doesn't matter like who you are. If someone sees you struggling on the island, no matter the case, they will come and help you. They will do anything in their power to help you and bring you back to the mainland.
I'll put another example out there. We know another kid who was pretty intoxicated out there, and he couldn't find his boat. And he asked somebody random that he didn't even know if he could catch a ride back with them. And they were like, yeah, got him on the boat, called his parents, told them the situation was going on, and then took him back on inshore.
And that happened this time, or is
4th of July.
This current 4th.
So you guys you leave. Nolan is there. I'm based on what you're telling me, I'm perceiving that you guys are accepting that Nolan's going to get a ride back somewhere else. Y'all taking on water. Explain to the audience, what is this sinking boat thing like? Because I think that people are in good faith, the ones who are acting in good faith, are genuinely curious of like, are you sinking? Do you think you're going to sink? Because you hear Wyatt on the phone, and he's like, we're sinking, we're going down. And obviously you never went down. So can you explain what he was saying about going down? Was there a little bit of water? Was he just panicking more than normal? Or like, what was that? And I want you to explain too, like, what happened to the boat? How did you recover the boat? And how did you get back to the mainland?
So I'm gonna go ahead and first off explain a boat. So a bilge pump is in the bilge. The bilge is underneath the deck where you stand in the very bottom of the boat. And there's a space in there where you have all your electronics, your batteries, everything that controls everything throughout the whole boat. So the first thing that fills up on a boat when it starts to sink is the bilge. And it goes in the bilge and it starts filling up. Well, then the bilge pump kicks on, senses the water automatically, and starts pumping it out. In this situation, the bilge pump had a malfunction, it didn't kick on, and it got all the way to the very top of the bilge, which is the floor level. And then we started to see the boat actually sag down in the water, and we're like, okay, what's going on? So there's a cap in the back of the boat that you can unscrew and look inside the bilge. When we unscrewed it, there's so much water in the boat, it started overflowing onto the deck. And so at this point, we're like, okay, this boat's going down. It's going down quick. We don't know where the water's coming in from. We don't know what's going on, and we just go into full-on like panic mode. Get this thing out of here now. So we hook up the boats.
No, call Cito. Okay. Let's get to that part. Because you called Cito first?
No.
Or you had the boats hooked up first?
We had the boats hooked up first.
Yeah. Okay.
So we hook up the boats, and we start towing them out. And he's on the phone with Cito. Because, hold on, let me go back a second. The electronics completely glitched out. Nothing is working on the boat. There's so much water in there. Nothing is working.
The batteries are also...
The batteries are completely underwater. Like, they're everything's fried, basically.
Uncle Alert, Black Jack.
Kind of towing them out. And he's on the phone with Cito, and he's trying to get them on the phone. And as he stated in the moment, he's like, Cito's just asking all these dumb questions. I can't like figure out what's going on.
I agree.
And so finally hangs up. And after the trim to the motor started to work again. So they manually trim it down by the buttons on the motor, trimmed it down, and some electronics started to come back on. And they got the boat to crank over, and they're like, all right, untie us, because if you can get a boat on plane, the suction of the water going underneath it will actually pull all the water out of the bilge if you have the plug out. So like say you have the plug out and it's sitting, the boat will sink. If you have the plug out and you're running, all
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but my man's is talking 50,000 miles per minute. I'm trying to figure out what Cuz is on. Cause he ain't stopped talking and he ain't talking about nothing. Not a damn thing. I've been listening intently. He ain't talking about nothing. The bilge pump and the bilge pump on the boat, the bilge pump on the boat, Dude, he asked you about the call. Yeah, he's with this 369, Miss Bitchy. This boy over here tossing and turning. We didn't ask you none of that. I swear it must be the greatest. Hey, I feel like all of them, they was tooted up and tooted and booted. They all tooted and booted. Cause dude, what are you talking about, my guy? Slow it down some, partner. Huh? Jeez Louise. Yeah, because the boat and the village pump and the boat and the boat and the village pump and the boat and the village pump. Okay. This I don't how well, I do know why you busters in the chat would be like they innocent. Cause you know they look like your little nephews and your little egghead ass little brothers. But they know what's up. It's my opinion. They know exactly what happened. And from what the looks of it is, they done separated themselves from Bart. They trying to throw Katie under the bus. Cause at first it was that girl Katie, cradle with Katie, man, you're crazy. I looked at him and said, man, you're crazy. All of this actually before the boat left. But then y'all had said that the last time you seen it was like 3 though. So none of the things that they're saying on this interview is actually helping them at all. It's nothing.
All the water will rush out the back of the boat.
When you say on plane, you mean like it has to be going fast enough to be up on top of the water?
Yep.
Or
so
like
on
that?
plane is you're up, you're running, you're out of the water. Basically, there's
Your bows on plane.
yeah. So you're up out of the water running.
Yep.
So
where are you guys at when this happens? As far as from Horn Island to the mainland, where are you guys at in between there?
So we're probably a mile and a half off of Horn, I'd say, a mile off Horn.
From the start where the Ceto call was, we were probably about a quarter mile off the island. Like you could see, it's visible in the picture that you posted that Wyatt is on the Ceto call.
And Morgan is a dweeb. Morgan ain't had nothing to say about nothing. I'm looking at him funny because he ain't said nothing about nothing. He probably, maybe he can't get it out right or I don't know, but he ain't said nothing. And I've been looking at him.
And it's that video of the boat panning, of the video of the boat getting panned, and you see everybody in the boat. If you look in the background, the island's right there. So I mean,
they are all
going back
dweebs.
to like what you said earlier. If we killed somebody or hurt somebody, the whole island is
that's
literally
not
even a quarter of a mile away to see.
Look, this is Warren, Jax, and Morgan. There's still Eric, Bart, Katie, and Tristan. But I noticed that at first it was just him. I guess the lawyer grouped them 3 together now, right? But remember the first interview, he's like my buddy Bart, you know, my Bart. Oh yeah, I forgot about Bluebell Suit Wyatt. No, yeah, I forgot about Wyatt. Yes, I forgot about Wyatt. County Bluebell Suit Wyatt, yeah. So Wyatt, Bart, Katie, Trace. There's 4 other people, right? But I noticed how they kind of grouped themselves together, and they probably got hooked on, you know what I'm saying, from Warren. This was a Warren connect with the lawyer from his mom being the judge and the political affiliations with Turning Point America. And that's how Tatum is in here, because Tatum is a black representative for Turning Point America, the same company that Charlie Kirk used to work for. And I don't know if y'all knew that. But yeah. 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 I don't know what they think they're doing about this interview though. This really ain't it.
With hundreds of boats lined up on the island. So that's really all I had to say about that.
Yeah. So we
were about a quarter mile out.
So we were about a quarter mile out, whatever. So they pull the plug out the back of the boat. They have they have the motor running and everything like that, and they go to take off. So the boat's having trouble trying to get up, and it's slowly coming up because of the weight of the water. Finally, it planes off, and the water gets sucked out the back, and they're full speed running. And then after that, I didn't see them anymore. I think you were on the boat. You start from there.
Yeah. So after we planed off, Wyatt kept the boat pinned the whole way in. We ran into the mouth of Fort Bayou, where we came from originally, and we turned into Fort Bayou, went in the channel, ran probably 500, 600 yards into Fort Bayou. Wyatt had jumped out of the boat, put the plug back in the boat, so access water. So water didn't keep pushing and filling the boat up. So then we turned around, and Wyatt brought the boat to the dock, and that's when I had gotten out
violins.
and got back in the car. And I didn't even drive. A buddy of mine drove me, and we went back to Jax's house.
Jax's house. Okay, so I just want to make this very clear and abundantly clear for the audience. Are you saying that the video that I posted, which is like a 3-second loop, now I have a lot more of the video, but to not expose people that have nothing to do with this, I only posted the smaller part, the 3-second part. Are you saying during that time, a portion of that, Wyatt was on the phone with Cito, so a portion of that is the Cito call, and that Nolan is not on that boat?
Correct.
And that video that's out there is a representation of who was on the boat during that Cito call.
Correct.
So I want to jump back to something real quick, because I was on the island and the reception was bad. I left my phone on the boat when I got out and went in the water. But people are saying online that how can you make a Cito call if the reception is so bad on the island? Because before you said the reception wasn't really good enough to even send a picture message to somebody else. So how is this call being made if the reception is not as good?
I mean, if you listen to the call back, I mean, there's areas in the call where it's splotchy. It's not direct. Like, it's not like you're sitting from me to you talking to the person on the phone. I mean, you're obviously out on the water. I mean, you can hear it in the Cito call.
And so when it comes to the reception, because I didn't look at my phone one time on the way out to Horn Island. I mean, it was a beautiful ride.
Because you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking. I'm looking at how beautiful this water is. We
This
were having fun
guy.
on the boat. We were playing music, some of Nolan's favorite songs.
What?
So I wasn't thinking about my phone. So I wasn't checking reception. Now, is the reception recover at some point between Horn and the mainland? Or is it terrible reception while you're over the water until you get to the mainland?
I mean, there's really
What?
The island coming in short.
Yeah, but there's really like no definite way to tell where the
Chris.
reception comes in, because I mean it's all satellite. I mean,
Yeah.
It's different I've gotten service 80 miles offshore, like off of a satellite coming to a oil rig.
yeah.
And I connected to it from the rig, but like
It just depends.
I could go to Horn Island and not have
He
any
is
service.
weird.
I could go there and have service. I mean, I think it's
really hit or
truly
miss.
different, like every time.
So is it fair to say the service on Horn Island is super spotty?
I'm afraid they are that
And it
dumb.
was just almost by chance, in part, that the call was successful to call Cito. Okay.
Yeah, partly, yeah.
And I want to get to that picture,
Body language
because
do
I think a
say
lot
a
of people are
lot.
confused about the picture. You guys cleared this up for me last time I came, but I want the world to kind of hear this, because I don't think I addressed it last time me and you, Warren, was on the interview. People are saying, and this is how the picture went viral, that the people pictured in the photo were the ones that went on the boat with Nolan and came back. Can you explain that? Because I don't think everybody that was in that picture even went to Horn Island on the same boat as Nolan.
So I can say whenever we all got out there,
Hold on, before you get there, because I think this will address another issue that people have of saying, well, why are they taking pictures if the reception is bad? Can you point out where this picture took place? What is going on with this infamous picture now?
Yep. So whenever we got there, like I said, I wasn't even on the same boat as Nolan. We pull our boat in. Nolan, their boat pulls in, whatever. I get out in the water. I walk over to Nolan's boat, and I'm talking to Nolan for a little bit, whatever. And I put my phone up on the dash. Nolan puts his up there. As Nolan's putting his phone on the dash, he sees an actual little camera that one of the girls that came on the boat brought. And his first words was, he picks up the camera and he goes, "We got to take a picture." Just like that. And in my mind, I'm like, heck yeah, like let's take this picture. So that's where you got me and Nolan and one picture. And then as we're taking that picture, Morgan and another buddy of ours come up and they're like, all right, like let's take a picture all together of us on the front of the boat. we're like, all right, yeah, let's do that. So we got on the front of the boat, and that's where that picture was taken.
So that was it taken from a phone or
No, like an actual
Like a
little camera.
camera. Like
and
the
was it
lens
taken?
comes
Was it
out.
taken from where you docked at, or was it taken out there at Horn Island?
It was taken out
Horn
of
Island.
Island.
Okay, so but it wasn't on the phone.
No.
Hey, I want to clear this up too, because I'm not aware of this. You guys may obviously have more information. Were people uploading? I know we talked about the service issue, but were people uploading onto social media?
I mean, you could.
Not
This
really,
thing,
no.
You could be.
Realistically, you could.
You could if you want to sit.
could.
If you're motivated enough to do it, yeah. Like I made a phone call to my mom, and I had to call her like 8 times before she picked up because either her service was bad, she was on the back side of the aisle on the south side, or my service was bad, and it was just hard to get through. But like if I went and posted a video on Snapchat, like honestly, I don't think it would like either post or send to somebody. I think I sent my buddy where we were at, a buddy of mine. I was like, hey, come meet us, and I sent him a video, and he was like, dude, I couldn't get a hold of you all day. And like that explains the point. Like I sent him a video where we were at, and it never sent until I got inshore
Yeah.
because I had no service.
Would it shock you? Because Christine Wells, Nolan's mother, is online. She was very shocked that she said Nolan didn't have any Snapchats or something. I'm assuming that whole day. Is that shocking to you if he did or did not have photos or videos or stuff uploaded to social?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because
I mean-
like we said, we've been out there many times before, and nobody's on their phone out there. First off, and then second off, if you want to take Snapchats and stuff like that, you can, but you're just really gonna have to save them to your camera roll and upload them back whenever you get insured. Because when you go to send it, it's just gonna have an error.
And most guys, when they're out on the island all day, they're really not thinking about posting something on their Snapchat story.
So the phone was taken on like a camera that's not a phone. Now how did that get to you guys, and how did that ended up getting to the internet?
So whenever we first realized that Nolan didn't, I'm not gonna say he didn't. When we first realized we don't know where Nolan's at, the first thing we were trying to figure out, or his mom was, what was he wearing? And so we were trying to remember what color his shorts were. We couldn't quite figure that out.
I said black.
Yeah, I think we said
'Cause
black.
I really did. He was wearing navy blue shorts.
Yeah, it was like dark blue
So
shorts.
dark, and I just said black because I was trying to piece everything together and help out.
And so at this point, we're freaking out. We don't know where our friend's at. And the girl that took the picture, she was like, okay, well, I just took this picture of today. This is what color swim trunks he was wearing. And his mom asked for that to post on Facebook to say, if you've seen him, whatever, this is what he was wearing. And so that's what we sent to her, or that's what she sent to her, because we were just trying to help. You know, we weren't trying to cover up anything. We want to know where our friend was just as bad as everybody else does. I mean, that was our boy. We want to know worse than everybody else does. And so that's how that picture came about.
And I want to get to the phone situation of Miss Christine or Miss Wells said online, and I've seen it on the news and everything, as if she had to come and hunt you down to get this phone. Now I know, Warren, you weren't at the house, and so you weren't there when they came to get the phone and all
Right.
that. So how did this happen? Because last time we talked, you said you told, and I would call her Miss Christine, you told Christine that you had Nolan's phone. Like, can you explain that to me? Because I'm confused. I don't know what's what. Did you tell her you had the phone? And when did you tell her you had the phone if you did?
Okay, so first we'll start off with what I have to say, and then Jax, but and if Morgan has something to say, but I want to get this straight. One of the first things I told Miss Christine Wells in the first phone call that ever occurred with anything to do with Nolan Wells being gone, because I was the first person to call Miss Christine about anything. First phone call and anything to do with Nolan Wells was me making a phone call to Christine Wells. And one of the first things I said to her, with multiple witnesses here, pull up the phone call if you want. She said, oh, well, Nolan's location is with y'all at, where the house we were at. And I was like, well, no, he left his phone with us. I told her this. She knew for a fact that we had his phone. And she knew that I told her, yeah, he left it on the boat with us. Like, a bunch of people did. And so I want to make that very clear that I told Miss Christine there was no reason to hide anything. There was no issue regarding the cell phone. She could have came and picked it up, but instead she sent one of her friends to come pick it up, and that's where these things start to get twisted. But no, there was never an issue with.
So am I getting this am I getting this right, that their plot is to demonize the mother? Because that's all they've been doing. How she don't know it ain't friends. He got a grown friend. We friends. Dude, she don't know what she talking about, friends. And then now he like, I call. She don't know what she talk about. She ain't have to come get the phone from me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Is this the bash the mom campaign? Are we shifting the blame here? This is crazy. I'm just looking at what kind of strategy is this?
The phone. I told Miss Christine, one of the first things I told her was, we have Nolan's phone, and that's where that ends. There was no issues with the phone or the keys, so I want to make that clear.
So was the keys on the boat with the phone?
No, the keys were
They're at my house.
at Jax's house because we all stayed there the night before. I'm sure if I would have left my truck at Jax's house, I would have left my keys there too. Because
It's just one more thing to think about on the boat.
if I don't have my car or my truck, then why would I bring my keys on the boat? So I mean, there's just no point of bringing it because if I lose them, then there's more stuff to bring that I don't
Yeah.
bring.
So I want you guys to explain this phone thing. I think Warren already addressed the fact that he told Christine that he had the phone in his possession. So, the whole Life 360 thing is not adding up as far as what you're saying to me compared to what they're saying. Now, how did whoever came and get the phone, how did they get in touch with you guys and how did they get the phone back?
So I got a call from a kid we went to high school with. He called me just asking me questions. He saw people posting on Snapchat, like the picture that was circulating.
Oh, he talks.
And he called and he was asking questions. He was like, "Where's Nolan? When's the last time y'all seen him?" And then he was like, "So where are y'all at?" And I told him, I said, "We're at Jax's house." And then Warren got on the phone, and I don't know.
So they come to my house, right? And they kind of
Hold on, before we get there. Was it confrontational or was it just
most
just trying to
definitely.
find,
Most
it was
definitely.
confrontational
Yeah,
already?
wouldn't y'all agree? Yeah, so
Ain't no strategy.
110%.
He was very
confrontational.
And when did this
Right.
happen?
Yeah, it
Was
was really
this on the night of the 4th or the
Yes,
next
this
day?
was the night when
Night of the
this was before they came and got the phone.
So this is the night of the 4th, yes.
So you had already spoke to Christine,
Correct.
and then you get a call that was hostile.
Yeah, and then Morgan handed the phone over to me. I was like, "Oh, let me talk to him," because I knew the guy, and I was just like, "Hey, like," he was like, "Where y'all at? Where y'all at?" I was like, "We're at Jackson's house." It's like calm down. And then he hung up on me, and then
Okay, so they pull up to my house, and at this point I'm kind of freaking out. We're all trying to put our heads together on where Nolan is, and I kind of like isolate myself in my room, just kind of get in a ball and just lose it, kind of basically for a few hours. And they just walk into my house, and I hear all this commotion going on in my living room, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? So I walk out there. And there's probably like 10, 15 people in my house I don't even know. And they're all up in our faces, going crazy, asking where Nolan is.
Then that don't make no sense then. They would have, that don't make no sense. No. Y'all didn't relay the information y'all was supposed to relay. If that's the case, then y'all didn't say what y'all was supposed to say and they had to ride down on you. So you can't have it both ways, buddy. You can't say that you was all cooperative and all up front with everything, but then met with some sort of kind of aggression. That doesn't make sense.
And we don't know. And finally they get into Wyatt's face and they're like, where's your boat? Where's the boat at?
Demanding his address.
Demanding his address and stuff like that. And he finally ends up giving it to him. And then let me go ahead and state that while they're there, we give them the phone. They have the phone at this point.
After 15,
then they
20
get the address
minutes.
to his house. Then they go to his house. And they're searching all over his boat, what I heard and stuff like that. Well,
With a herd.
anyways, I don't really know much about that. But they come back to my house at around 1 o'clock in the morning. And
Did he refer to them as a herd? Like wild buffalo or something? What the hell?
And it's his dad this time. And his dad's being really respectable, really, really nice to me and stuff like that. And as long as another friend of theirs.
That is not the truth. Elroy said when he went to your house, he had to calm himself down because it was about to be something because y'all was on some BS. Stop acting like we here straight. Who you think I'm gonna believe, the parents or you?
And he's asking me like, where are the keys at? I don't even know where Nolan's keys are at in my house. You know how hard it is to find a set of keys in a house and you don't even know where to start? It's pretty hard. So I start scrambling around my house looking. There's stuff everywhere. Keep in mind, all these people stayed the night at my house before. I'm looking through everything. I can't find the keys. I run back to his father or stepfather. And I was like, I don't know where the keys are.
He
And the
tried
guy
to
standing next
throw
to
a
him
little
texting
dig
somebody.
right
I guess I was
there.
at my house.
You see that little dig? Stepfather. You could have just left it at father. These ain't that. These ain't no. These is like Nolan's arch enemies. Like their whole premise ain't nothing nice about their premise. It ain't nothing friendly about what they're talking about. Yeah, fine American boys, right. The best that Ocean Springs has to offer. Yeah, right. What the hell?
house, and they said he said that they're on the Xbox. So I run in, I see him on the Xbox, grab him off the Xbox, and I go and hand it to him. It's plain and simple. Didn't even take 30 seconds.
No trouble.
No trouble at all. So
this narrative that they're pushing that there was any argument over the phone or the keys is completely false. Like, let's get that clear.
yeah.
Okay.
So they just kind of hang around my house, taking pictures of all the cars' license plate in the driveway, stuff like that. And so
When you say they, how many people are here this time?
like 15.
50,
Now you now ask yourself, why would you and 15 of your peoples go ride down on somebody? Why would you and 15 of your people go ride down on somebody? Because they ain't telling you what you need to hear. Because my son went out with y'all and y'all ain't talking right. Orlando, welcome to the channel. Uncle Alert in here. But so hold on now. I'm just saying. They're not telling a cohesive story. The emotions and the actions ain't adding up. The emotions and the actions just ain't adding up. LA, what up? This ain't helping them. This ain't it.
15 people that you don't know?
They had 4 or 5 vehicles.
I mean, I knew some of them I went to high school with, and then some of them I just didn't know.
Now, walk me through this. How do you think it got to this point so fast? That's one thing that I'm curious.
Exactly. Not yet. Now I want to hear this explanation. How why they just escalated? Why they just come to your crib? Because Nolan hadn't been found dead yet. Barely missing. And this is another thing though that we just ain't gonna skip over. If you had his phone, okay. First of all, let me go back some. If y'all was begging him to get on the boat and y'all had to leave all of a sudden because it's emergency, but then it ain't no emergency, and that's y'all boy, y'all loved him, he lit up the rooms. Y'all didn't think about going to take your boy his phone back, or going back to get your boy and not leaving it to somebody else to make sure that your homeboy get home just because it's a possibility that somebody will give him a ride home. But that's your boy though. I'm not finna go out and continue kicking it without knowing what's up with my boy, especially if I got his phone. Because I was saying ain't no emergency no more. We know it wasn't no emergency because they continued to drive around. So then why you calling his mama like, I don't know where Nolan at? You got his phone. And he didn't say he called her and told her that he had the phone from the get-go, because if not, they wouldn't have showed up at the spot where they had to track it to. Car loads deep. Like, what up? This I'm gonna tell you, hey, listen, y'all. I've been all right. This is what's going on. After a month of covering this trial, what I'm getting is this is a grand gaslight for black people. Yep. The mask is over. It's the cat's out the bag. This is a grand gaslight. You know, it unfortunately it take a lot for us to get like super duper mad and really take action. You know, we've been really poised as a people, really calculated, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily ready to pounce on everything that's happening, right? But the way that the information is being released on certain events and activities is designed to rile us up. A lot of these lynchings and killings and stuff like that, they didn't happen at different times. And if y'all noticed, we hearing about stuff today that happened maybe this year, but before Nolan Wells. But now we're hearing after a string of events, after Cyrus Carmack Belton, right? After Carmelo Anthony, right? Now Nolan. And then with Nolan, now we start to hear about all these people being hanged and all of these mysterious deaths, right? Even ones that happened already is starting to resurface now in the news cycle, in the algorithm, right? I know because I'm looking for the news, y'all. And what I'm noticing is like, oh, wait. And look, not old stories popping up. People reporting on the shadiness in these old stories. There is new reports. Nolan Wells has opened up a floodgate to look in, since it's so blatant, to look at all the things that have happened in this manner. Now it makes everything more amplified when we see it. And so you sit back and you watch and you just, you see, like I do. I have to watch this from a bird's eye view. They trying to gaslight us, y'all. Yeah. Because even if y'all notice, right? Another one of the videos that I'm getting, right, is I'm getting the videos with people overly aggressive about what needs to be done. And at first I was playing them on the lives, and some messages are crafted the right way where they don't sound super radical, but there's a lot of messages of we should take to the streets, we should this, that, the third. And I'm like, that's funny that these events are happening all at once. But it's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I spread that at least to my folk. You know what I'm saying? At least to y'all, so y'all know. But yeah, they trying to gaslight us heavy. That's what these interviews are. Let me tell y'all what I think these interviews are. These interviews are to make the injustice feel harder. Listen to me, y'all. These interviews with them blatantly saying what they saying, because I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about this case. The grand jury is the smoke screen where it could all die. And I think it's all going to die because they want to see what's going to happen. You know, they done got the celebrity fanfare in this. They done got, you know, people's hearts and minds wrapped into it. And if you're not mentally strong enough, this could break somebody. Right? Because it's a real bold one, especially if you're paying attention and you're seeing all the interviews and you're seeing all the conjecture and you're seeing the threats from, like, we even had somebody in the chat talking about the lawsuits is coming now. Y'all, the lawsuits, man, I don't give a about no lawsuit, cuz. The fuck is you talking about? Raise my profile, nigga. Straight up. But I'm just saying though, like, we gotta stay. That's, you know, my responsibility as a disseminator of information to my people is not only to give you the information, but give you a summation of the information. And I'm telling you now, I'm telling you, they trying. Purple Flower, what up? They trying to gaslight, is what I'm trying to tell you. And they trying to play on y'all psyche. They trying to beat us down. They trying to browbeat us. I mean, it's so wild that the dominant society has all gotten on code over this issue. Like Carmelo, like Carmelo really kind of started the floodgates. If y'all notice, like you really started to see the floodgates online after the Carmelo Joan. But now I deal with these comments on a day-to-day basis, right? And I'm clapping back at all of them. But thank you for the Jews, mama. The running theme is this is their opportunity to take the feeling of victimhood of injustice and compound on that with so-called insecurities, I would say. Uncle Alert, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Purple Flower. Thank you, Ja Forte, for sure. Welcome to the family, fam. Thank you. I appreciate you. But listen, so if y'all notice, this is their opportunity to try to compound on top of what they think we're feeling, but we ain't feeling it like that. Because that's what these comments is an attempt to do, y'all. It's an attempt to gaslight, browbeat, shame, ridicule. But it's a new day. They just don't know. We don't give a good God what they talking about no more. Like that shit done. And this is what they don't understand, y'all. When they say stuff about us, it be all made up stuff. When we say stuff about them, it be like real history. Like real history. Your ancestors and the evils and all the deeds, real history. Y'all be like, chicken, watermelon villain, chicken. What? We talking about grape. We talking about shorty essay. We talking about real stuff when we talk about y'all. But I digress. You know, I had to go on it because the reason why I went into that tangent though, because it's the tension that I feel when watching these pieces. I'm like, man, these is straight up gaslight pieces. And to my overall point, y'all, this is to raise the emotion so high that when they stick you with the injustice, it feels like a very bottom low. Because we sat here and we listened to them speak as if they already got away with it. Like they're untouchable. There's nothing we can do to them. And it is what it is. And that may be true. Right? May be true. But don't let them get y'all. Don't let them get don't let them get you, y'all. Don't let them get you. We shall stand we shall steadfast and remain mentally strong throughout this psychological assault, because this is very psychological. Cool. The propaganda's real, fam. The propaganda's real out here. And we don't care that it's a couple of y'all agreeing with your little dumb stuff in the chat. We be toying with y'all. Y'all really around because we let you. Because at any moment I could Thanos snap and block you from every channel. So just continue to show us how dumb you are. Anyway, let's listen to these idiots.
Like
jumping to conclusion.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, we
That's
like,
plain and simple.
They went and searched Wyatt's boat.
yeah, they went and searched Wyatt's boat.
Like
we
we were
were hiding him in there or
hiding
something.
Nolan in his boat or something. Like what is wrong with
Yeah,
him? Like
yeah, 100%.
We called law enforcement. I was with Wyatt at the time after we left Jax's house that night. I was with Wyatt, and one person we were with saw that their location was headed towards Wyatt's house. And so Wyatt got on the phone with 911 and was like, hey, these people are on the way to my house or already at my house. My mom and my dad are there alone, and they know nothing about this. But Wyatt's mom actually, when they were looking at the boat, they were actually walking from the boat, and she came out and
I think it's time, y'all. Yep, the racists think that they run this. They don't run this. So if you've never been here, when we get too many racists in the chat, we do a roll call. So this is your opportunity to shout out your city and state and get rid of the hate. Let's go. Hey. Where y'all at now? Let's show them how we do it now. They don't own nothing over here. This is my podcast, fool. We got Detroit 303 up in here. Yeah. Hey. Atlanta in this piece. Washington State. Oklahoma City. Massachusetts. NYC. San Diego on the Cali side. The Bay Area all day. The Deep South. You understand? C-Town. Raleigh. NYC. Minneapolis, Minnesota represent. That's right, hometown. Florida, Baltimore, 410, baby. You know what I mean? CLE in there. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati, 513. The land. NC up in here. Philly up in here. Cali up in here. Black and Proud up in here. 318, Louisiana, you heard me? Connecticut. You know what I mean? Who else we got? We got the Midwest. We got the Bay Area. We got DC. We got South Central. We got Newport News, 757 VA in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? We got this Alabama. We got Richmond, California, NYC. You know what I'm saying? Cola 803. You know what I'm saying? Darren, Australia up in this joint from down under. Ow! Hey, 860 Connecticut. Stone Mountain. Woo! 334-213-334 in the place. North Dakota 701. Hey! Queensland, Australia. Maryland. Hey! We got Arizona. We got Longview, Texas. Los Angeles. 757, Brother Mike from the 402. Jamaica in this thing. Las Vegas in this thing. Toronto in this thing. Queensbridge, though. 219, GI, Glen Park, stand up. You understand? If you know, you know. You understand? 30 South, born and bred. Puerto Rico. You know what I'm talking about? Hawaiian brothers and sisters in here. You know what I'm saying? 919-252. Portsville, USA. We got Uncle Lurks. We got Jules coming. We got 867. We got Chicago, Brazil, Gwinnett County, Purple Flower with the Jules. We got Shice Trucker with the Jules. Hold on, we got to run that back. I was feeling that. We got to run that one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Los Angeles, we dancing for Nolan Wells. We got Brooklyn. Yeah. Barbie just dropped a little song. Shout out to Barbie. Purple flower. Justice for Nolan Wells. Free Carmelo. Philly all day. Kaya and the hot pepper lady. Hey. LA. Thank you, baby. Justice for Nolan Wells. Yay! All right, sexy lady. Welcome to the channel, baby. This is that Unity in real time. Shout out to my man, Trey Carter. Come on, feel that. Yeah, I know they hate it. But this is my channel, though. You're free to leave. Hey, 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 hey. What? Tell me what to do with my damn podcast, fool. What's wrong with you? Thank you for the jewels. I love all the love. The love, all the love. Boy, y'all getting me soft in the heart muscle now. You're putting all that love out there now. You got my heart muscle a little tender now. Come on now, you got my heart muscle now. It's twitching now. Come on now. It's the love, baby. It's the love now. You feel it all on your bottom side is what I'm trying to tell you. Honesty. Thanks for looking out for me now. Socking it to my pocket now. I'm telling you, I appreciate you now. From the bottom now. It's the love now. I'm trying to tell y'all what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. I appreciate all that. Feel good in the bottom part, right there in the heart, right there. I feel it now. Y'all gonna make me shed a couple now. You gonna make me. Come on now, don't make me now. You know what I'm saying? I wish it would rain now, is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't do it. Don't do it now. See, y'all, you see, that's what you get over there in that chat now. That's what you get. You done ran up on the wrong black folk. That's your problem. Because we'll get you up out of here. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you now. Now we gonna get to these little busters and let them circulate them lies, because it ain't nothing but lies now. I know a little something about the game now, little shouty now, little shouty doo wop. Now don't reveal the pill now. Because it sounds like you're starting to squeal. All right, now you can't be giving up the game. You know what they say. That come with some pay. Now I'm trying to put a little fat on your head, little mama. All right, now don't be putting me out there now. I see you, Shay. Don't be doing me that way now. Don't be putting me out there, girl. We gonna get to these busters. We gonna get to these busters. It ain't that we ain't got too much more to endure with this, but just know this is a gaslight campaign. So now that we know what it is, it's cool.
And started talking to them at that point.
But
Did the police get involved in some degree here? Or-
Yes, that's what I'm about to get into. So whenever they were at my house hanging out, you know, just I guess hanging out in my front yard, finally they wouldn't leave, and one of the people there came up and started banging on the door again for whatever reason, I don't know. My brother actually had to call the cops, and I think they came around 2:00 in the morning and removed them from our property, and after that, we really haven't spoken to them since. But yeah, we had to call the cops and make them leave.
The cops came, you told them to leave, and then is there anything else that you addressed with the cops while they were there?
Yeah, so the cops were asking me why these people are at my house in the first place, and I told them straight up, we don't know where our friend is at. I don't know where my best friend's at. These people don't know where their friend's at. We're trying to figure it out, and they're basically assuming that we did something to our friend, which we didn't. And he said, okay, just taking notes, you know, and then remove them from there.
Do you think that this had anything to do with race at this point?
Oh,
Meaning that they approached you because of race, or they approached you because you were the last people with Nolan?
no.
So at this point, at this point, they just want answers. I don't think this was about race at this point. They're mad and furious, and they don't know what's going on.
But I also want to get this straight. Like, I know some of these people, and these people are like good people.
Yeah.
And I went to high school with these guys. Like, they know me, and I know them, and they know my friends, and they know them. This wasn't about race. They just knew for a fact that Nolan went on the boat with us. And they were worked up, and that's okay. And they were mad, but that wasn't handling things. That wasn't trying to help. You getting mad isn't helping anything. But instead of solving the problem and trying to figure out, hey, where is Nolan? They were just getting pissed off and not handling things the right way. And I mean, that's what happened.
You guys said you ended up going and looking for Nolan the next morning, but you said you were thinking about doing it that night.
Yes.
And why didn't you do it that night?
So we already called the Coast Guard at this point. We didn't have access to a boat that was already in the water ready to go, other than one that I'm just not allowed to use at all. And I was still this close to taking it out. I mean, I was right there.
Right there, bro. Right there, man.
So you guys go the next morning, you look for Nolan. Can you explain how did that happen? Who was looking for Nolan? Who was on the boat? Was it multiple boats? Was
Multiple
it one
boats.
boat? Okay, can you explain that? Who was out of this group? Who was on what boat? Or who was on?
Y'all got up the next morning to go look for him, but it never occurred to you to go back to the island because it was 4th of July and there was hella people out there and they was probably going to be doing fireworks out there or whatever. Like, it never occurred to you, like, man, we still got Cuz phone. Let's go take him back. The boat fixed. We got the bilge pump on the boat. The boat was fixed with the bilge pump. The bilge. Don't give me this crap.
A boat or not, going out and looking for Nolan.
So me, Wyatt, and Trayson got in the boat. We got in the Palm Beach that morning, the morning after, and we rode out to the islands, and we were met by a DMR. There was 7 DMR boats already out there, DMR and park rangers. We talked to them. We gave them all of our information. They personally asked if any of us were on the boat with him that day. We told them yes. They just said, all right, well, I mean, we got the area scoped out. I mean, and then after that, we just went up to the beach. I think we met up with y'all in the water.
I took my boat out with Jack.
Straight up.
Couple friends of mine, and then my mom and my stepdad.
Oh, they were out there too with you?
Correct. And I just met Morgan and Wyatt and Trayson and his girlfriend out there. And we actually, like, when I rolled up, I parked up next to Morgan and everybody who was with him. And I was like, well, y'all can run around, or like we all planned this out. Like, Morgan was going to run around the south side while we covered the north side. And we were just going to try to take us, like, cover as much ground as possible. But I mean, there were so many DMR boats and helicopters and drones and everything else out there. I don't really know what an 18 and a 25-foot bay boat is really going to do. So, I mean, we sat out there. We went for a couple hours and we looked around and we searched. But we also don't fit the requirement that DMR has, and the tools that DMR and United Cajun Navy and all these departments have to look for somebody. Like, I mean, we didn't put that much of a help out, but yes, of course, we went out there and looked for a friend. That's not a question.
Who else in the friend group was out there? Did you see Nolan's family? Did you see some of the other kids that showed up at your house? You see anybody else out there?
We did see
couple other
we met up with a coach that was previously Nolan's high school coach. We met up with him. They said that they had previously already been on the island. They walked a good bit down the island both ways, and they were just driving around the island like we were doing.
Shannon?
And we eventually got off the island. We got on this rip current. It was going west out towards like Ship Island and then back towards Biloxi, and we drove that for a couple miles. People were also looking on that too. There was multiple boats out there not associated with DMR with binoculars. There was people fishing the rip, and we asked them, like, they rode it all the way from Ocean Springs all the way out to Horn Island, and we were like, did you see anything, blah blah blah, because I mean, if a person is floating in the water, treading water, they are going to be most likely in the rip, and that all comes into play with the washing machine. I mean, you got
Horn Island, the washing machine.
Oh, here we go.
Horn Island and Ship Island. I mean, they come like this, and then there's no island right here, so it just tons of water flows through. The tide goes out. I mean, sometimes it gets pretty gnarly in there, and it creates this big old pool, basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, if someone was floating, treading water out in the water, that's where they would be. They could be hung up, they could grab onto a log and float with a piece of driftwood or something, or they could find a channel marker or buoy and grab onto that. So, I mean, there was just main keys that you search for, like when you're trying to search for a missing person that has to do with water. And I mean, it's either the island, the buoys, or the rip. And then after that, there's not really anything else you can do, seriously.
And when did you guys communicate with law enforcement? Because the internet, I think, has this false information that you guys never contacted authorities, and that Warren actually talked to me, or you guys talked to me first before you engaged. So when did you guys actually talk to law enforcement and give your statements to them?
So as soon as we got off the water from searching for Nolan,
which is on the day, the 5th?
Yeah, the 5th. As soon as we got off the water, I got a phone call. And I believe he got a phone call too.
Yeah, I got a phone call while we were out there.
I got a phone call as well.
So basically what it was saying was, hey, take a few questions over the phone, answer the questions, and then they had a date for us to come in for actual questioning.
Okay.
And mine was the 6th. There was like the next day or something like that. You know, I think theirs was too.
I believe mine was the 7th. I would like to say, but not for sure. But
mine was around.
regardless, like we all cooperated fully. It's not like we had something.
Yeah,
like
full
we were trying to
cooperation from the start.
hide.
Really.
100%.
How deep did they go in this interview with you guys?
Oh, they asked.
Oh, I mean, they asked.
I mean,
How long was the interview? Like, was it a
an
long
hour,
lengthy
an
interview?
hour.
Hour and a half. I dotted I crossed every T.
Yeah.
I told my friends, like, listen, go in there and like say every detail of like even what you like ate for breakfast that morning. It doesn't matter, everything you have, because like anything could help. You literally never know. And like it's what we all did. Like we all cooperated. We all wanted to help. We all did everything that we could to help. Like regarding this situation, it's not like we just like.
I can say
out of this.
I can say personally, I started my story from the night before.
Yeah, I started.
Whenever I got off work on Friday.
I started my story from last 5th of July. Like, she was like, all right, take me back to day one. And I was like, all right, I mean, we've been talking about this since the 5th of July last year. Like what we're going to do, like how we're going to make this better, how are we going to make this funner. Like,
as far as the investigation is concerned, did you guys give your phones over to investigators?
Yes, we gave our phones over freewillingly. It was our choice just to give our phones over, let them look through them, whatever they wanted to do, and got them back.
Because we have nothing to hide. We wanted to be fully transparent with, the sheriff's department, everybody else including the FBI, and anything to do with justice. We wanted to help out, and that's what we did. We gave our phones up, and like Jack said, we literally have nothing to hide. So.
Yeah.
And everybody gave their phones up.
Correct.
Yep.
To be forensically evaluated by the FBI.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So while on the topic of phones, did you guys have any access to Nolan's phone? Did you delete anything out of Nolan's phone? What's your thoughts on Miss Christine saying things may have been deleted?
My thought is that's a blatant lie. I know for a fact that this is the thing. We have no reason to get on Nolan's phone. I have no reason to get on any of my friends' phones. If I had a reason to get on Nolan's phone, I wouldn't be able to get on it because I don't know Nolan's password. I don't know any of my friends' passwords. If I handed Jax my phone right now, he wouldn't be able to get on my phone. I have nothing.
I'd have him permanently locked out of that thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to get on Nolan's phone to delete anything. But in the first place, We have nothing to delete on Nolan's phone. Like, I don't know what this, because Nolan didn't take Snapchats that day.
You don't have to know the password if you got the fingerprint or the face. Just a thought.
That means things were deleted.
You're just living in the moment.
We were just living in the moment, like every guy on the planet Earth does. I mean, like I'm not sitting here filming my whole day, and I get Nolan. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures, but just because Nolan didn't take any pictures from July 3rd to July 4th doesn't mean we deleted something. No, Nolan just didn't take any pictures, and that's perfectly fine. I have one video in my camera roll saved from the 4th of July.
So last question, is there anything you guys want to say to the audience regarding this interview that wasn't covered, or something you just want to get off your chest?
I mean, Nolan was like a brother to all of us.
Here we
I
go.
mean, we loved him
again.
dearly.
So yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us, and I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know what happened to him more than we do. I mean, we want to know what happened to our best friend more than anybody, and I promise you that.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's like sat here and supported us through this horrible moment. I mean, we're still teenagers at the end of the day, and for the internet to come and people to come and accuse you of killing your best friend, it's a horrible thing. And I know Nolan wouldn't want this, and it's terrible that it's come to this. It's terrible that it's come to a race battle, but I want everybody to know how much we appreciate the support, and that my friends and I literally sit there and pray for everybody who's sitting here and sending this hate on everybody.
Oh
Like,
my God.
my friends are really upset about this, and so am I. That like this has turned into this huge thing. So I just want people to know that we're praying for people. Our faith with the Lord's strong, and we're gonna make it through this regardless of what people say about us.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing. Nolan is turning in his grave right now. This is the last thing he would ever want his friends to be going through.
Yeah.
Like the absolute last. Like he's gosh, he would not want any of this. He wouldn't want this publicity. The fact that we couldn't even go to our best friend's funeral because one, we didn't want to take the attention away from him. I mean, that was his day. We didn't want to do that. And the fact that we couldn't even go to our best friend's funeral is horrible. That's something we got to live with.
The rest of our lives.
So you say you
Stop
couldn't go.
it.
Can you explain that a little more? Were you told that you couldn't go, or was it something that you derived from the feedback that you've been getting from the family? What made you ultimately make the decision not to go to the funeral?
So it was a little bit of both. It was one. Well, at first we had our heads down. We're like, all right, we're gonna go. We want to go. This is the last time we ever get to see our best friend. We're gonna go. And then as soon as we made up our minds with that, everybody was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. You are going to either get jumped, hurt, something bad's going to happen to you, go to that funeral. And then on top of that, they point out another fact that we're going to take the attention away from him, and that's the last thing we want to do.
Yeah, 100%. And then, like they both said, like Nolan's like a brother to us, and now me and all my friends have to live with. Imagine you were 19 years old and your best friend just died, and now the whole internet's accusing you of killing him. And on top of that, you can't go to his funeral and say your last goodbyes to one of your best friends. Because regardless, we're gonna Jack feel the same way, and so does White, everybody else. I can speak on their behalf about this. Regardless about what the internet says about our relationships with Nolan, we know from the bottom of our heart who Nolan was to us and who we were to Nolan. And at the end of the day, I can say this confidently. We were Nolan's closest friends, and we were Nolan's best friends. And this isn't a competition. I know a bunch of guys that were best friends with Nolan too. Like Javon and him. Javon and Nolan were like brothers too, but this isn't to take attention away from them, but this was a brotherhood. This was my brother, and for someone to take away, and the internet to take away our privileges to go to his funeral because they think this was a racial thing is absolutely horrible. And we all feel that way. It's sick. Seriously, it's absolutely sick.
Thank you guys for coming on the interview. I think it's very courageous and brave. I know that you guys know this, that people are going to say things about you, lie on you, even after listening to what you have said on this interview, even the truth that you've displayed on this interview, even with the other interview we did, that there's going to be lawsuits for defamation. People are still going to lie. But I want to say, after getting a chance to meet you guys, that I'm very proud of you guys for telling your side.
Appreciate it.
It's not easy.
Who is he?
And I hope that the world could at least give you a chance by hearing what you have to say. And the truth is going to come out, right? It's going to bear witness if you guys are being honest or not at the end of the day. But I applaud you for taking a step at such a young age to come out and at least, tell your side. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
All right, y'all, that concludes all of our interviews. If you enjoy,
Nah, those were nothing burger interviews. You didn't talk about anything. There was nothing significantly answered. Y'all skipped and danced around the questions. Y'all tried to make us feel like y'all has some sort of kind of connection to Nolan, which, well, if you got any type of eyes, you know that's not true. Y'all constantly othered him in y'all conversation. I mean, I I I don't know, y'all. That was garbage. I'm just trying to figure out in what world do they let you go around and do interview tours on an open investigation? What world is this? Yeah, the truth. I think the truth gonna come out, and but I think now check this out, Southern Breeze. I think on this one, this the one they trying to draw out and play out to give it way more impact because they want us to snap in some type of way. It seems like this is the one. You know what I'm saying? Like they tried it with the Carmelo Anthony, but right, like they scooped in like nah, because and I bet it's gonna be two at the same time. This is what's gonna happen. they gonna deny Carmelo Anthony his little joint and deny this one at the same time. It's gonna be the double barrel. They're gonna try to hit us with the right, and they just gonna expect us to just wild out. They probably finna try to hit us with the double barrel, the double barrel shotty, like bow bow, take this, black people. You know what? And you know, regardless of what people be saying about us, we do believe in community and personal responsibility. And as long as the community's straight, as long as we getting ourselves straight, which means we can help the community more, we'll be all right. They ain't really doing nothing that they ain't done before. I think it's way more heightened, obviously, because of social media now and the way that we are able to connect and to communicate with each other. But this ain't nothing they ain't been doing. I think that's I think that's even what the people in the chat don't understand. Nothing they say ain't nothing we ain't heard 40 million trillion times before. Like y'all take all the sting out of the stuff that you say because every one of y'all repeat it ad nauseum. So, yeah, the playbook don't change, Chris. You know what's up. Playbook and that's the thing. I think that since they don't have another playbook and they just keep doing the same thing over, it's like you kind of become desensitized, unfortunately. But I think the desensitization is good because of the racial self-esteem aspect. That's the callus that we building up right now, is that racial self-esteem, because they trying psychologically to break us because they really don't have any other real tools other than the deputized YT supremacists that they always been using. But this is a spiritual and a psychological breakdown, y'all. You know what I'm saying? A spiritual and a psychological breakdown that we growing tough skin for. And you know what? They're scared. That's another reason why they over here in the chat, because they want to see how we talking, right? Think about it, y'all. Like black people wasn't talking like we talking now. Black people wasn't doing what we was doing now. We was tiptoeing around it. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't never really. You think back, we wasn't this bold. We even just like a couple years ago, we wasn't really that bold. But now we matching energy. See, that's what they over here looking for. See, to see what kind of energy we got, y'all. Oh, the reason why they over here is because they scared and they trying to have a heads up on where they think we going. That's why they over here in the chat, low key listening in, trying to see where we at. What's the they trying to check the temperature. Now we just matching energy though, Cause me, I'm gonna tell you, me, I'm going insult for insult. Uh, 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 what? Clap for clap. Whatever you want to do, I'm doing that, but worse. You want to talk about our dad? I'm gonna talk about your dad. You want to make funny memes? I'm making funny memes. You want to whatever you want to do, cuz. And I'm gonna show you that you can't do it better than me. The energy that got y'all over here shaking in your little Crocs. Got y'all over here shaking in your Crocs. What's the Negroes doing? What is, what's the black people doing? Oh no, let's go see. They might be plotting to get me. That's the only reason y'all over here, because y'all want to know if y'all this close to getting got. And guess what? We ain't gonna tell y'all on the damn podcast, fool. All of a sudden, you just going, oh shit, damn, where that? Oh shit. Just all of a sudden, oh god damn, ow. It's just gonna come out of nowhere. Oops, upside your damn head. We ain't gonna tell you on the podcast when it's coming. You ain't gonna have a clue. Because guess what black people got? We got telepathy. We know how to talk to each other without even talking to each other. Y'all want to see? All right, everybody, check this out. They know what I said. They know exactly what I said. I ain't had to say nothing. They know what I said. Y'all don't got that. Y'all don't got that. Y'all don't got that. Y'all don't got it. Y'all don't even know what it smelled like. Anyway, I got another video to get to because I got to fit one in here before crime tonight. I'm a little behind tonight. I should have started way earlier, but that's okay. You're still going to get your content. I promise. So I'm going to dip out of here. I'm going to come right back because we're going to let the people speak. The people have been adding and subtracting, busting down the interviews, all that. So, I got to let the people speak. And then we're going to do some crime tonight. Shout out to the crime last night. Man, do y'all know when I looked at that crime video, I don't know how many hours it was because I was tripping. They was just getting me, y'all. They was dropping super chats and all type of jewels, like go stay. And I'm like, all right, cool. And we had a great time last night. But I looked at how many people came in that darn chat, y'all. Do y'all know it was 170,000 people? Well, 179,000 people on that live. Do y'all know that? It was 179 people that slid through that thing. That's like the highest live I'd have had right so far. Crazy. Straight nuts. Look, yeah, I ain't playing. Look, I can show you before the money come in. Look at this, y'all. 179K on the on the crime last night. I was amazed. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of folk. That's a lot of folk passed through there. But we had a ball, man. That's why I've been starting to do it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we need to free our mind from other stuff. But yeah, there you go. I blew it up a little bit for you. That is crazy. Thank you, Purple Fly. I see y'all care about this. That's why I am taking it seriously, ma'am. I'm just playing. I'm taking it serious, ma'am. Straight up. I ain't playing with y'all, but that's why I wanted to kind of share in the celebration or the joy with y'all because I was surprised that the stream last night was incredible. But yeah, we're gonna come back real quick. Let the people speak. They speak. Oh, and note. Oh, this is something I wanted to say earlier too, because I know all my peoples are still here. Hey, notice how. All right, so look, notice how when we do, when we do the roll call, most of the people that can't stand, us and our unity, they flee, right? And then the workers be left behind. Shout out to the workers, man. Y'all some diehards, man. I'm talking about the workers that always got something stupid to say. Shout out to them. I see, especially that dude with the cookies on his profile picture, whoever that is. I forgot it. I'll see a little dumb name in a minute. But y'all be working, man. Y'all be over here putting overtime in on the hate. And the reason why I'm giving y'all some love and some praise right now, because I understand the yin and the yang, right? As much as we fighting for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as much as we're fighting for love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we will always have those out there that are for jealousy, chaos, mayhem, destruction, demonic, devilish deeds. It's just the way it works, y'all. It's just the way it works. And that lets you know that we got some going over here. This is the place that they want to be. There you go, Christian. Yeah, I'm talking about your ass, nigga. Yeah, I'm talking about you, nigga. I'm talking about you, Christian. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, Christian. Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking about you. Yeah, and all of your little they come in and out. And what YouTube's like to do, y'all, just so y'all know, because I've been doing it. Around the first of the hours when all the new flood of people come in. And so really, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but y'all really just battle with people like for an hour, and then they get sick, and then they go, and then they come back, and YouTube does this cycle with the viewers. That's why y'all, shout out to y'all. Y'all slayed a lot of dragons last night. 179K people in the chat, and y'all was giving everybody the wizard. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the members. That's one thing I don't say all the time too. There is some family here that is supporting me on the member side of the game, and I really appreciate that. And if y'all want to do the same, I'd really appreciate that too. I think even YouTube got some little special going on. But love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the Doha for Shoha. Yeah. Oh no, you know what? I didn't do this. I got to do what I do all the time. My bad. Subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we own, Jones. And just to bring it on home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm going to be right back. I probably ain't even finna wait the 30 minutes. I'm going to just do the little joint and put it back up. So this is why y'all need to have them bells with them notifications, even though YouTube don't always be sending you the notifications. And that's my fault, because I haven't set up the I gotta do it. I gotta set up the thing. I got it downloaded on my computer too, so I can start notifying y'all when we go live. The Discord. Gotta do that. I'm slipping. I be having a lot of things on my mind, but I'm checking myself right now in real time. All right, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I swear. Peace.